Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles in Minutes, and today's video is Groundhog Day, since it is. It was also a movie. It was about Bill Murray, and he somehow woke up and every day was the past. And even though the movie is funny, the reality is most people are living the past. They keep putting the past into their future based upon a belief and a poor awareness of how the brain works. Okay, so there's a quote that goes like this: "Those who can see the invisible will do the impossible." Those who can see the invisible, what you see, the imagine, the new possibility in your head with certainty, with belief, and create the possibility in your mind through imagination and visualization, can do the impossible. Roger Maris, Olympic athletes, they break records every year. They see in their mind, they create their future by visualizing, imagining, believing, certain, with training and action, and becoming that image, becoming that being. That's how it works, okay? And guess who it's possible for? Every one of us. I'm giving you the keys to the magic kingdom. The magic kingdom of imagination, where truly everything is possible for you. But if you don't understand how this works, and we just put a meme on Facebook and just, everybody who can see the invisible can do the impossible. Rah, 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 rah. Okay, it's a great, so that is the truth. But how does this work? See, if you can't understand what was said, you can't perform it. Now you feel like, I know there's hope for me, but I don't know how to access this function. How does that function? How does that work? Okay. So we're going to start with, this is from Marshall Goldsmith, and I've covered this before, the identity matrix. Okay. And identity matrix is, here's the future. And what it is you remembered, for example, you're in your last relationship and you remembered how it turned out. And then, since that's the way it turned out in the past, you now believe that's the way it's going to be in the future. Actually, what you just did is you took the past and projected it into the future. You used an old memory from the past of what happened before and declared to the universe, into yourself, that that's who you're going to be from here on out. You have no future at that point. You only have Groundhog Day. You're going to relive every past relationship. You're going to relive every time you get into a similar experience. It sounds like this. So this came up today. One lady was talking to me. She's like, "Joe, talk to you, and like, I want to know, And she's like, here's her language, every time. So she already declared to herself that every time, and the body goes, "Okay, I understand. You want me to do this. I got it. Every time the experience, get on an airplane, I get anxiety." So listen to what she just created. In the future, if I get on an airplane and the body goes, "How do you want me to be?" I get nervous. It goes, "All right, I'll make you nervous when you get on the plane." She created based upon, well, that's the way it was every time I get on an airplane. So she didn't create anything new for herself. It's like, I don't know, it's like writing the same book over and over again. I wrote, Sell with a Story. I just write the same book. It's the only book I've ever written. I just keep rewriting it, recreating the same book. That's not creation. That's memorization. So that's the past then brought into the future context. Okay. So today she was talking to me about rolling patterns, where you lay on your back and then roll over like a baby onto your stomach. So she gets on her stomach and she says to me, every time I get in this position, Listen to what she's saying. Every time I lay on my stomach, so her body's listening. Okay, every time you get here, how do you want me to be? I struggle. Okay, every time I get on my stomach, I'll struggle. Based upon what understanding? Well, that's the way it's always been. Well, that's the past. You have to drop that. Okay, that was, just because you keep making the same mistake doesn't mean you have to continue making the same mistake. What's missing is, I need to let go of that way of thinking about being in that position. Breathe. You step back away from it. You become aware of, I just recreated my past. Think about that. If you're stuck in life, this is the reason why. You're taking what you remembered, what you did before, and told yourself to do that again in the future. So here's where we went to. I said, so-and-so. I said, lay on your stomach. Now, is it okay if you let go of everything that's happened in the past? You have to ask permission. Because if not, the brain won't let it go. So you can't plant a tomato plant in new soil if the soil is already full of weeds. So you have to say, I'm willing to till the soil. I'll let go of everything that's there. Now the brain's open to receive a new implantation of a new idea, a new possibility, a new way of being. Now she's creating a new possibility. But guess what needs to be in this space? Nothing. You can't have anything in your present moment. Nothing. No thoughts. Nothing from the past being brought over to here unless it serves your purpose. Okay? If it didn't help you create what you wanted, then forget that thought. So now you're present. You're still with yourself. Yeah, can I when you were a kid, you drew a picture. You didn't always have to draw the same picture. You create a different picture. See, this is creating something new, a new possibility. So I had her lay on her stomach. I said, so-and-so. Now, imagine. See, I'm getting her to use her imagination, her creative mind. Imagine seeing, remember, if you could see the invisible? Seeing the invisible. Herself. Roll over with ease, fun, and joy. Be on your stomach. Imagine yourself seeing the invisible, doing the impossible. Seeing yourself, now the impossible is possible because you're creating the possibility. Seeing yourself roll over with ease and joy. And then laughing when you're done because it was so much fun creating this. Not trying to change yourself, creating this. See, creation's fun. Changing yourself is not fun. Changing yourself seems like work. I got to change myself. I'm no good. I'm horrible. I need to... But creating yourself like, I like to create myself something new. Creating's fun. Changing yourself isn't. Creating the new possibility over here of seeing yourself in this new way, this new possibility of being in this experience. The experience is I'm on my stomach and I'm rolling from my stomach to my back. It could be, can you see yourself walking on an airplane and laughing and having fun? See, if you can only remember the way you've always did it from the past of being on an airplane, of being every time I get nervous or anxious on an airplane, can you imagine, can you let that go? Can you see the possibility of imagining seeing yourself on an airplane and laughing and having fun? And enjoying the experience. See, get creative, get silly, get funny with it. So now you create it and imagine seeing yourself in the experience. So what you're doing is you're projecting into the future a new way of being in this environment, in this experience. When you do that, now you have control of your brain. Now there's no reason to have anxiety. So we have anxiety about events because we just continue to recreate them the same way. You're not becoming aware that you can create something new for yourself. But if you hold on to the way it's always been, then you have Groundhog Day and you'll always be that way because you told yourself, every time I'm on an airplane, and the body goes, so this is the thinking mind up here. Every time I'm on an airplane, this is the thoughts. And it says, I get nervous. Oh, nervous every time. So it brings it together. The way you want me to think about being on a plane is to get nervous. Okay, can I create nervous? Yeah, okay, let's act it out. Boom, I acted it out. In language, you told yourself to be a nervous person on an airplane. Every time, oh, raise your arm. It raised. It did exactly what I told it to. See, it listens. The body listens. But the thinker is the one that said, I can move my arm slowly. Or I can make it slowly. Or I can make it fast. See, I'm the one changing this experience, you know, with the way I'm thinking. The system listens. You can create anything you want. I'll give you one more matrices of how people create problems for themselves. So something happened. So I was talking to my wife this morning, and she said something, you know, it was a little thing, and, you know, I was a little upset about it. And then there's this little thing that happened this morning. Then I went back to the past, and, you know, I remember another time when she did something like that. And a time before when she did something like that. And another time before when she did something like that. And lots of other times. Holy shit, she's out to get me. I'm pissed off. I was a little pissed off. Now I'm really pissed off. Because I just added all these things together. Now, the event this morning was just this. She said, get your kids at 3 o'clock. Okay? And I, the creative being, made it into a lot more than what just happened. See, what happened was she said, get the kids at 3 o'clock. And all of a sudden, I took it in my creative mind and took it personally, like she's trying to get at me and scratch me. So then I remembered a time in the past when she did something similar, and I added it to this time. And I remember another time when she did that and added it to this time. And there, now I just created my ball of fire. It's called, I'm really pissed off. Then we start to have the rehearsal in our head of how we're going to create this chaos of the future. You're driving your car. When I get home, I'm going to walk in the door, slam my keys, start yelling, and call her this and call her that. Wait a minute. I don't like the way I'm playing this part. That's not demonstrative enough. So I'm really pissed off. I'm telling you. So when I get home, I'm going to do this and this and this and slam my keys and throw it and then tell her off and then remind her of everything she did before. And then that's it. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? Got it? Got it. Boom. Shut off the car, walk in the door. Boom. You acted out. You just created that scenario, by the way. You did. See, you can create drama if you want. Or what do you want to create? See, the world and the news is teaching people how to create drama. They're teaching you how to destroy your life. I'm teaching you how to create a new possibility to have a beautiful life, to have more love in your life. Or if you want to create anger, that's fine. If you want to create arguments, that's fine. But I want you to know that you are the creator of that. And by the way, just because it happened in the past doesn't mean it needs to happen in this future. You can let the past go and create a new possibility for yourself. That's what an adult does. So I just gave you the keys to the magic kingdom to create the life that you want by understanding how you're creating your future. And typically, you're just recreating the past because that's the way it's always been. Dr. Wood, have a good one.